What's up, Derrick?
What's up?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Derrick, did we just wake you up? Did you have your coffee yet?
No, I'm almost sick.
You what?
Woke up to this blizzard.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost sick.
Oh, all right. Well, it's good talking to you. And I was interested to read your backstory. How did you hook up with George Foreman? Because you started, I guess you started boxing. And how did you hook up with George?
We was at the same strip club together. And he came over to my booth and asked me if I wanted to fight. If you see my hands.
Was that at a strip club, you said?
No, I'm bullshit.
I was going to say, I'm like, he's a preacher. George, I would have, no, if that was George Foreman right before the Yair fight, I would have believed you, but that didn't make sense.
Oh, that was great. That's great, Derrick. He got us.
Yeah, he did.
He got us.
It didn't make sense, though, because George is a preacher.
You got us, buddy.
So how did you meet him?
One of his old managers had came to Lou Savory's gym, and he was scouting another boxer there, and I was just there just to train for my first MMA fight. And he liked my style, and so I wound up going over to George Foreman gym for a little bit and training over there.
Now, when you
wanted me to,
okay, and your story's so interesting because you said that MMA you think it saved your life and it saved you from going into a really, really bad direction.
Yeah, for sure.
What was happening before MMA?
Just crazy knucklehead stuff. Being in the streets, doing crazy stuff.
And you, when you were younger, I love the fact you beat up a guy who was in the Klan.
What?
Yeah, he was white premises. Yeah, I don't know if he was really in the Klan, but he was like skinhead type of guy.
And he had a shotgun.
Yeah.
And did you grab the gun, or did you just hit him while he was holding it?
No, I hit him while he was reaching for it. He was in the sea. He was reaching for it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and you wound up. And the reason I'm going over this is because I think it's great how things are going for you now. And you did 3.5 years. And when you were in jail, did you ever think like, I want to get out and I want to fight, or did you kind of feel hopeless at that time?
No, I had set goals for myself. I had a good group of family and friends who was coming to visit me, pumping my head up with positive stuff, and so I just started setting goals for myself to what I wanted to do whenever I got out. And boxing was one of them. And boxing, that's one of the things I wanted to do. But I ended up doing MMA. You
did doing it, but you probably never saw the fact that your career would go as well as it's going, and all of a sudden you're one of the, one of the premier names in the heavyweight division.
Yes, for sure. Whenever I seen Rampage knock out Chuck Liddell, that's whenever I decided that I wanted to be an MMA fighter. So I think that was like in '07 or something like that.
And you said George Foreman, he wanted to get you into boxing. Now, what made you go with the MMA instead of the boxing?
I believe MMA is easier than boxing.
Oh,
well, that's interesting.
Why is that?
You really don't have. I believe you really don't have to train that hard for MMA because whenever you get tired, you can wrap them up or take them down and catch your breath. But in boxing, the referee really ain't gonna let you hold a guy that long, and I just get tired, just standing there, just throwing punches.
Well, that's interesting.
And why did you feel too like you're kind of hard on yourself after your victory? And I know I'm going to butcher the name over Shamil Abdurakhimov. Why did you feel?
Like
why did you feel that was such a poor fight?
Oh, because I wanted a top 10 fight, and I felt like I didn't perform like I was a top 10 fighter and deserved a top 10 fight, And it was just mostly it was like I didn't fight nothing the way I had trained for that fight. It wasn't even close to how I had trained, and I wanted to fight the way I trained. And that's one of the disappointing things about it.
And watching, I saw an interview with you where you said you don't like the idea of a guy, like you would prefer not to tap a guy out, like you want to knock a guy out.
Yeah, I prefer knocking a guy out than tapping him out because it's more satisfying to knock him out than try to break his arm or something like that.
We were at your fight with Roy Nelson, which Roy won on decision. Oh, no, you won on decision, but Roy was on top of you most of the fight.
Split decision, I think.
Yeah. Was that wait, are you sure?
What's that? Split?
Yeah, Roy was on top of you, and you criticized the fact that he just laid on you the whole fight.
Yeah, for sure. So I thought he was going to try to bang it out, but he didn't want to do that, and that's what he wanted to do, and just lay on me. Because I feel like if a guy is going to come in the fight and really try to fight, I believe it's going to just make me want to fight even harder and better. So he didn't want to do that, so it just threw my game plan off.
Was he hurting you on the ground at all? It didn't look like he was.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Now, listen, Derrick, are you working a lot of jiu-jitsu, man? I mean, you look like a very hard guy to hold down. Are you working off your back at all?
Yeah, I'm always working on all my weaknesses. I'm not the most technical guy in the UFC, so I'm working on everything, always.
Now, are you concerned, a guy like Travis Browne, he's coming off 2 losses to Velasquez and Verdum. Is there any concern about that? Like, it's hard to get a guy to lose his 3rd straight fight.
Yeah, I believe it is going to be hard, and I still wanted this fight because I know that his back is against the wall, and he's a top 10 guy. I wanted a tough fight. I'm always asking for a big name, and I just believe it's just going to bring a better fight out of me. I want a tough fight.
It's got to hype you up to get a name like Travis Browne. I mean, the guy is very well known.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty pumped up for it. I'm just glad that we finally a headliner. It's even better that it's headliner now. And I'm kind of even more happy that it wasn't in Brooklyn because Brooklyn was trash. All those fights was trash.
Oh, now why?
It just made me look even better since they moved me. So everybody was like wishing I was still on the court.
So which fights did you think were trash?
Just about all of them.
What was bad about them?
Him and Dana are in the same mindset.
Even the Anderson fight, I thought that fight was kind of bad too.
What did you think of the outcome?
I thought Anderson lost.
I did too.
There was no way in the world that fight the judge should have scored at 30-27.
That is interesting. Who scored at 30-27? Get that guy's name.
Yeah, I thought that was a very, very bad decision. I love Anderson Silva. I think all of us love Anderson Silva.
Yeah, me too. That's one of the only fighters that I like watching in the UFC. Is Anderson Silva. That was one of the guys I looked up to, him and on Rampage.
There was some glimpses, though, in there where he threw some stuff that was just off by that's the only thing I'm thinking, because I was, like, okay with the decision. I have to watch it again. Like, I remember some things was so close. Maybe because I was so caught up with he would throw a kick, and it was just a little off. The knee came up a little, and I'm thinking this is going to land and either end this fight or severely hurt Brunson.
But Brunson was getting him in the clinch, though. Brunson was landing a lot of punches in the clinch.
The dirty boxing.
Yes, a lot of them.
The old Anderson, he would have made you lose a question mark from there. That's what's scary.
Yeah, I don't understand how Brunson lost the fight. He landed way more punches than Anderson did, And he took him down twice. Yeah, so I don't know.
What did you think of the main event, Holm Durename?
I thought Holmes won that fight, too.
Nah, I agree. That's what I thought. That was a close one. I mean, I thought Holmes was busier.
Would you have a 3-2? Yeah, she was. She dictated the pace of the fight, definitely.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like Ray Longo said, he said that he thinks that both of them did what they wanted to do. That's how Jermaine fights also, kind of plotting and counter striking and whatnot. And she was stalking her down too. But I thought Holly was busier and brought the fight more.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I'm even more happy that I didn't fight in Brooklyn because them judges. Even the ref was terrible out there.
No, I agree with that. That one, I mean...
Yeah, that was a bad... I mean, literally, it should have been a draw. They absolutely should have taken that point.
After that second time,
the second time, inexcusable to not take a point.
You can't be doing that, man. Yeah. That affects the fight, getting hit like that. She even said, the hardest she got hit was after the bell. And I agree with that, because you've seen it.
I also thought Duraname's takedown defense was a little better than Holly. She couldn't do anything with her. I mean, I think that was probably a little stronger than Holly expected it to be.
Hey, let me ask you, Derrick, who gave you the nickname the Black Beast?
One of my coaches that passed away. He passed away, last year? About a year ago.
All right.
About a year ago this month.
I was wondering where that came from. Man, that's good.
Do you still keep in touch with Foreman? Do you still have? He must be very happy with your success and how fast you're moving up. I mean, not that it's overnight, but I mean, you are obviously becoming a bigger and bigger name.
No, I haven't talked to him in a while. he still owed me money from that strip club.
Oh, he does, yeah. I think you'd be fun to go to a strip club with.
I would love to go to a strip club with Derrick Lewis. That'd be a party.
Absolutely.
Make it rain in
We in
there.
Canada right now. I heard that you could throw coins at the strippers out here.
In Canada?
Yeah, but you know, a dollar a coin or something like that.
And what do you think? Because Travis did, I believe, switch camps. So what? He didn't leave?
He trained a little bit at Black House, but he actually did stay at.
Oh, okay.
He's still working with Edmund, though.
Yeah.
But he why was the rumors out that he left?
Because he was training at Black House a little bit.
So what are you expecting from him now that might be different from what his previous fights have been?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I want him to be in the best shape of his life, really. I want to see the best Travis. I don't want no excuses, you know. The same thing I said when I fought Big Country. I didn't want no excuses. I want them to be in the best shape of their life. You know, so whenever I beat him, I don't want to be like, oh, I beat him because of this. Or I beat him because of that. I don't want them to be talking about, after I beat Travis, I don't want them to say, oh, he beat Travis because he's training with Edmund. No, I don't want to hear that. I want him to have the best camp of his life. You know, because I'll be ready.
It's a huge opportunity, man. Huge opportunity.
Yeah, huge opportunity. Yeah, for sure.
It'll be interesting to see how Travis responds. Because that last fight, we thought he looked terrible against Verdun, but then you realize his finger's broken. So, I mean, he had like a serious injury and he still fought. So
just to get through that shows.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to
then
see.
The same thing, then the next fight, I heard something wrong with his ribs.
Derrick,
When he fought
Derrick. Derrick, you're a funny guy, Derrick. I think Derrick's hysterical.
Yeah.
From the second he starts a little laid back, you don't know, and he threw in the stripper thing.
We're getting a lot of great lines out of you.
Derrick, you got to visit us more often on here. You got to come in studio if you're ever in New York. You ever visit New York at all, Derrick?
Yeah, I fought in Albany.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that don't
That's
count.
5 hours away. I mean, New York City.
Okay. Yeah, that was a shithole out there. Albany was a shithole. Yeah, damn.
You weren't feeling Albany?
Oh shit!
No, not at all. It was straight country. I was thinking it was gonna be more of a city. It was straight country, man. It was like terrible out there.
Well, have you been to New York?
I went to New York City. I went to Brooklyn and all that. The next day after my fight, I took a train down there and I flew out from over there.
Yeah, that's a disappointment when someone says you're fighting in New York and you get there and it's Albany. You're
like, oh, I finally got to New York. Where's the Statue of Liberty? What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, there's cows.
It's totally different out there.
All right, Derrick. Well, I really, really love watching you, man. And you're ranked number 8, and Travis is ranked number 9. This is a tremendous main event. It's in Halifax, Lewis versus Browne. It's Sunday the 19th.
Sunday.
So it's this Sunday night. So good luck, man. I hope you have great success in that fight. And we'd love to see you in studio, too. You're a really fun guy to talk to.
Definitely.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay, good luck, buddy.
Take care, Derrick.
All right,
Man, he's fun.
Yeah, I like him. He just
Oh,
says whatever he
dude.
wants. But I can't believe I mixed up. I know that he won the Roy fight, but I was watching a Roy interview yesterday, and Roy was saying something about winning. I'm like, well, that didn't make sense. It just confused me.
No, Roy. I remember Roy thought he won, and he wanted to fight him again.
But is my memory going? Something tells me my memory's going.
Smoking as much weed as me? What?
Somebody fights.
No, I know, but with everything in my life, it's happening, too.
Oh, well.
You know, I forget what women look like sometimes. All right, moving right along. Let's see. Now,
Listen, back to Jacare. No, go ahead.
Anderson, I thought Brunson won that fight. I'm glad my friend Derrick agreed with me.
Yeah.
I thought that was a terrible
You know what's
decision.